What's up guys, this is Sensei. Today's video, I'm going to show you the top 5 brawler pick rates in Solo Showdown. I'm going to be showing you some gameplay of these brawlers, and I'm going to be talking about why I think that they are so high. So anyways, without further ado, let's head it right into number 5. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have Mortis with a 4.73% usage rate and a 45.3% win rate. Now this kind of surprised me because, as you can see, with that 45% win rate, Mortis is not very good in Solo Showdown. He has been doing better ever since he got his gadget, because that basically gave him an extra dash. So instead of having 3 dashes, he has 4, and when he has his super, he basically has 5 dashes instead of 4. So this helps him take out a lot of brawlers a lot more easily. But even then, he still struggles a lot against tanks. He does have great mobility, but his damage is just not enough to compete with the high HP and high damage of tanks, and he usually just gets bullied a lot of the time. So I was thinking, why is he so popular? Well, he's a very fun brawler to play. That's for certain. I mean, using his movement to dash around the map and to get close to enemies is pretty fun to do. But also, I think a reason why his usage rate is so high is because Mortis is just a very popular brawler in general. Recently, Lex did a poll to try to figure out what the community's most favorite brawlers was, and well, here's where Mortis placed.
Number 3 is actually Mortis. Again, I completely agree with you.
As you saw from the poll, Mortis is the 3rd most favorited brawler in all Brawl Stars, and I think this also correlates as to why his usage rate is so high in Solo Showdown. Alright, coming in at number 4, it is going to be Pam with a 5.07% usage rate and a 59.8% win rate. Now this one made a lot of sense to me. I mean, you could just take a look at that win rate, 59.8. I think it is a bit lower than my Brawler win rate video, but still, Pam's 2nd highest win rate brawler in Solo Showdown. And because of that, more people play her. I mean, it's as simple as that. She's just so dominant, super easy to push Pam. You know, just if a brawler is good, it would make sense that more people play it, right? So that is why Pam sits at number 4 with the 4th highest usage rate. Alright, coming in at number 3, we have Leon with an 8.32% usage rate and a 48.6% win rate. And this is kind of interesting because Leon is a legendary, which means not a lot of people are going to have him, yet he still has a really high usage rate. And I think for multiple reasons, there are multiple reasons for this. But I think one of the main reasons is Leon is a very favorited brawler in Brawl Stars. And again, let me just show you a clip from Lex's poll video just to show you how favorited he is.
Number 2 is Leon. I thought that you guys were going to probably go with Leon number 1. I really did, because a lot of you really love Leon. 2,759 of you say he's your favorite brawler. Cool. But
all right, as you saw from that poll, Leon number 2, most favorite brawler in all Brawl Stars. And I think a lot of that has to do with his super, right? Very fun to just, charge up your super, go in Viz and take out pretty much almost anyone that you want, people who aren't expecting it. It's super fun to be able to kill people. Even though, his win rate it's decent, it's not, like super high or anything, but it's okay, 48%, pretty close to 50%. I think the main reason why his win rate's not so high is just because his super gets countered so much. If you want me to make a video about why brawlers like Leon or, and other brawlers with low win rates aren't good, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, his super just gets countered a lot, and it's just not as valuable as it used to be. But anyways, let's go into the last reason why I think Leon's usage rate is so high. And I think that's just because at one point in time, Leon used to be the best brawler in Solo Showdown. For a lot of new players, that might be kind of surprising, but it's true. At one point in time, Leon was not only the best brawler in Solo Showdown, he was the best brawler in the game. That's just because, I wasn't really around during that time, but I believe his super, you couldn't detect if he was using his super near you, right? If he used his super, he could walk right up to you and you wouldn't know it until he attacked. So his super was broken. I think he did so much more damage. His reload speed was a lot higher. He did a lot more damage than he does now. And so I think that accounted for why he was so broken. And so even though after he's gotten nerfed, his reputation for being good in Solo Showdown stayed, even though he hasn't been so good recently, that reputation stayed, and that's why his usage rate is so high. Anyway, let's go over to number 2. Alright, at number 2, we have Shelly with a 9.10% usage rate and a 48.8% win rate. An interesting fact is that, Shelly actually used to be number 1 by a long shot, but slowly her usage rate has been declining. And her win rate actually used to be pretty high at 50%. Used to be pretty decent, but, it's dropped a bit. And I think this mostly has to do with the new brawlers introduced to the game, as well as the new maps in Solo Showdown. Not very tank friendly, but we can talk about that in another video if you'd like. Just tell me in the comments and I'll do it. But I think one of the main reasons why Shelly's so popular, just because everyone has her, right? She is the first brawler you get unlocked in Brawl Stars, and she's pretty good. Solo Showdown is one for best game modes, and yeah, so she's pretty good. Everyone has her. Why not play her in Solo Showdown, right? So I think that has something to do with it. But I think another reason why is because Shelly is so good at lower trophies, right? At lower trophies, people tend to walk into bushes and not check them as much as they do in higher trophies. So you're going to see a lot of Shelly working and being really good at lower trophies just because you have a lot of not so good players who don't know how to check bushes. And so Shelly can get a lot of value at lower trophies. Even tanks who don't really know that Shelly counters them. A lot of tanks will just walk into bushes or try to walk up to you and rush you at lower trophies, which is just easy for a Shelly to dominate. Also, I think one of the best reasons for why Shelly's usage rate is so high is because, again, like Leon, at once upon a time, Shelly was the best brawler in Solo Showdown. You literally had games where the whole lobby was filled with Shelly and maybe like one other brawler. Just because when her second star power, Band-Aid, was released, it was completely broken. It charged a lot faster than it does now. Plus, it would heal you to full health, not to, I think it's 1800. It would heal you full health. And obviously, the more power cubes you get, that scales. So as you can see, 6 power cubes with 7,000 health. If I activated, that would heal me all the way up to 7,000. Just super broken. And Shelly was the best brawler in Showdown, very broken brawler in the game at that time. So just like with Leon, I think that carried over as well to now. Even though Shelly is still good in Showdown, just not as good as she was. But anyway, let's go over to the #1 most used brawler in Solo Showdown. Alright, coming in at #1, it is going to be Crow with an 11.19% pick rate and a 49.1% win rate. Before the main reason why, we have to go again to that Lex poll, so let's just see how popular Crow is in Brawl Stars.
Brawler, the brawler that you all have decided is your most favorite brawler in Brawl Stars out of all of them is Crow. And you guys are completely right. 4,779 votes for Crow. Completely dominated everybody. He got almost double the amount of votes that Leon got.
That's right. As you saw from that poll, Crow is the most favored brawler in all of Brawl Stars. And it's not like he won by a small margin either. No, he, as you heard from Lex, had almost double the votes of Leon, who came in 2nd place. So Crow is a really favorite brawler in Brawl Stars. And of course, with Showdown being his best mode, it's no surprise to see why, you know, he's used so much in Solo Showdown. And I think the main reason why is just because his mechanics are super good for Showdown. You have his mobility, which allows him to escape danger and to pressure a lot of brawlers who can't really do anything about it. He's super good at, you know, annoying tanks just because he can just keep attacking at them, not letting them heal. He can just slowly chip them down. You know, the type of chip style, the chip style that Crow plays, not really that good in 3v3. You know, you have a faster paced game, and when people die, they can just respawn, right? So not really that good in 3v3, but in Solo Showdown, where everyone has 1 life except for 8-bit, right? Being able to chip someone down can be very good because they can't respawn, right? So chipping them down, not letting them heal, be very annoying, can be very effective. His speed allows him to be able to get, you know, go after brawlers aggressively and escape from them. You have his super, which can be used aggressively to finish off brawlers that are low or that he has a good matchup against, and his gadget that can help him tank up damage. The reason why his win rate, it's alright, you know, 49%. The reason why it's not super high, I think it's just because he gets countered by the likes of Pam and 8-bit and Gene. He gets countered by them very well. And I also think it has to do with his low health. It's super easy to get taken off guard and rushed if you're not careful. But yeah, I think it's for those reasons that Crow is the #1 most used brawler in Solo Showdown. But anyways, that'll do it for this video. Again, if you like contests like this, please let me know in the comments, and also by giving me a like so that I can create more lists like this. Please also let me know what you thought about my opinions as to why these brawlers are so popular in Solo Showdown. It'll be very interesting to read what you guys have to say. Also, if you want another video about, you know, why brawlers like Shelly, Crow, Leon, why their win rates aren't as high as they used to be, if you would like a video like that, let me know in the comments as well, because I'd be happy to make a video like that. Yeah, but what's the point of all this? Why do you need to know why pick rates are so important? Well, the main reason why is because these are the brawlers you're going to be seeing, right? So if you're going to play a brawl in Showdown, okay, knowing what to expect, right? Because looking at the win rates, they're important, but you're going to see Leons, you're going to be seeing Shellys, you're going to be seeing Crows, you're going to be seeing Pams. These are the brawlers you're going to be seeing, and so being able to counter them means you're going to have a better chance of winning the game, since you're actually going to be seeing these brawlers more often, not necessarily the brawlers with the higher win rate, if that makes sense. So anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching, and peace.